Welcome back, good people, to Sis, I Got You. Good people. Hey, sis. Welcome back to Sis, I Got You. Today, we're going to continue the Ships series where we talk about connections that shape us, challenge us, and sometimes teach us some really hard lessons. Today's ship is friendship. We're going to talk about what a healthy friendship looks like. We're also going to talk about what a girl's girl really means. In addition to that, hopefully after you finish watching this episode, you're going to be able to identify where to place people in your life. So I want you to remember that this is a very safe place. It's a no judgment zone. It's a sisterhood. It's a place where you are able to think how you want to think, feel how you want to feel, and we'll come to some common ground for understanding so that we can grow as sisters. So brace yourself. This topic may hit home, but welcome back to Sis, I Got You. Thank you for joining. Let's talk about friendships. Okay. So when it comes to friendships, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned that everyone shouldn't have the same access to you. It's levels to this thing. And as we grow in life through experiences, we start to recognize our boundaries, our values, and the type of energy and people that need to be around us. So when it comes to friendships, you got to have some discernment. It comes into play so that you can start identifying what's healthy for you. Because remember, people have different thresholds. People have come from different walks of life. And certain things that may bother you may not bother the next person. And it's not fair to project your feelings on others. So remember, you got to have the discernment to see where your values lie and where your morals lie. And so when it comes to the friendships that you define in your life, you got to use your own discernment. So before we get into categorizing our friends, let's talk about what a girl's girl means. Okay. What girls truly mean. It's not complicated. Okay? It's not hard to understand. It's really simple. It's just supporting women genuinely. Like, that's it. Like, I support you just because you a girl. That's it. Like, nothing more to it. Simplicity at its finest. I protect your name in rooms that you're not in. I don't have secret animosity, jealousy, malice, intent. I'm not praying for your downfalls. I celebrate your wins without resentment. I encourage you when I don't even have a dog in the race. Okay? I just want to see you win because you're a girl. And when it comes to being a girl's, like, that doesn't mean that you have blind loyalty. Like, you just following everybody. And, everybody, again, don't deserve certain things, right? They don't deserve to be in a certain space in your life. They don't deserve your interaction. They don't deserve to be able to have access to you. Like, all of that still plays into this factor. However, the baseline is, I'm treating you good because you're a girl. I'm creating an emotional safety place for you as a girl. I'm just treating you with respect, loyalty, and emotional safety. Like, in a nutshell. That's it. I don't owe you that, but because I'm a girl's girl, I give it without expecting something in return, without a personal gain. Some examples of being a girl's girl is if you're about to do a presentation and we work together You're going to freshen up before your presentation. You step into the ladies' room. You walk out the ladies' room and your dress is tucked in your undergarments. Girl, come here, girl. Wait. Let me talk to you. And you help her. You pull her dress out of her undergarments or show her, hey, I can see more than I'm supposed to. That's a girl's girl. Or, you know, your eyelashes doing this on one side and this on the other side. Did you notice? Giving you some hints that you're not out here walking around here looking crazy and I can help. So that's a girl's girl. Just want to see you win. It don't have to be major stuff. But, you know, I got some knowledge for you. I see you doing something and I might can help. Have you thought about doing it this way? Have you thought about reaching out to this person? Oh, I got a friend that does the same thing. Let me connect you. That's girls. That is making sure that if I'm in a space or a place to help you win, I got you. I don't need any incentives. I just got you. You don't even have to follow up with me because there is no expectation in me being a girl's girl to you. Girl, I want to see you win. Smile. Go be happy. Make great movement. You know, bask in your motion. Okay? Go get your motion. So, you know, I like to define what a girl's girl is because it's just it's thrown around loosely. And it's in girls really aren't girls. A lot of them just messy and trying to create chaos and nonsense. But a girl's girl got your back without expectation. Loyal to you, respectful to you, just cause. So that's what I think a girl's girl is. Now, if that's not it, if I'm missing something, make sure you hop in those comments and you tell me what a girl's girl is. So I'm not out here walking around thinking that, you know, I'm crazy. Help me, educate me. But that's how I define girls. So when you think about just those basic things of having respect, loyalty, you know, just having someone's back, then you start looking at the categorizing of your friends, right? I'm going to place you all in these categories because all of you, again, don't deserve the same access. Or, I mean, you may not even want the same access, you know? So, this is my definition. Like, this isn't anything fancy. And, I mean, you know, this is how I categorize my friends. And, again, you can tell me, you know, we can have an open dialogue on, you know, how you do it for yourself. But this is for Victoria. So, you know, I got like them surface friends that I just kind of have fun with. You know, we got a connection when we see each other, but outside of that, I probably won't ever talk to them. If we're in the same space, you my friend. Like we just have a connection. Like you my girl. Like I done bonded with you, and every time I see you and we in the same setting, we gonna connect, we gonna laugh, we gonna have fun. But outside of that, you know, we don't talk. I look at that. Those are my Facebook friends. Like them, those are when we on Facebook, I talk to all y'all. I'm under everybody posts. Like I'm just, hey, giving my opinion. You know, some people get rude and mad. I'm like, oh, you know, this is social media, right? But no, I understand people take social media, you know, comments, they take them differently than me. So I've learned that over the years. But, you know, I consider my surface friends as my Facebook friends. Like I watch your children grow. You watch my child grow. You know, we give encouraging words. We share information. We may even have some inbox conversations that kind of, you know, pivot from a post or something. But you just a surface friend. Like I wouldn't expect for you to come over for dinner. Right? You would have to change the level of friendship that we have, because we're just here for a good time, not a long time type friend. Now, and then I kind of think about like, that's kind of like also a situational friend, where I just kind of like, we got a connection. So like, I think about those type friends is like coworkers. When we at work, You like my bestie. Like, I'm always with you and I talk to you, but that's a situational friend. Because at home, you know, sometimes it turns into something later, but for the most part, in the workplace, I got you, you got me, we friends. Like, you would think that we've been friends for 20 years, but we're friends. Um, like, I think about church members. When we go to church, hey girl, you know, how's the family? Situational friends. Like, we gonna be at church when we see each other. It's highly likely that the only time I'm gonna interact with you is if we in that space. We at church, we at work, you know, if I go to a certain spot on a regular basis and you always there, hey girl, you're my friend there. Like, that's kind of like what I think about, like, situational friends, acquaintance, you know, however you want to categorize it, those. But it's a real connection. Like, I genuinely care for you, I like you. It's just outside of those spaces, we typically don't have a certain type of relationship. um um Childhood friends is another category. So I didn't say it, like, surface friends, situational friends, childhood friends. These are people that I have known my whole life. Um, these are the people that have seen me in my best moments, my worst moments, my vulnerable moments, my depressing moments, my mountaintop moments, all the moments of my life. These are the people that have watched me grow. And so, like, my childhood, my growth friends, people that grow with me, for the most part, for me, those are my sisters. Like, I have a few, like, friends that I've been friends with um, for a very long time, but for the most part, I come from a big family. I have sisters. Those girls have seen me grow, and then I do have some friends that I hit, like, at my 20 mark, that I've grown with. And they just know so much about me, right? They and it's stuff that I don't have to share. It's the moments that they've shared in my life. So those are my friends that they know me regardless. They can answer questions on my behalf. They pretty much know my boundaries. I don't have to reinforce boundaries. I don't have to show boundaries. Those are the friends that um I can look at them and say, and they already know what I'm saying without words. Body language alone. They can read me like a book. They know what excites me. They know what disappoints me. They know what I value. They just watch me grow my whole life. Um, and I have, like, my siblings, like, and my family, which are my close ones. And then I do have some outside of that. But, you know, a lot of times along the way, when you start developing boundaries and you start developing, um, identifying, not even developing, identifying things that you value that other people don't value, a lot of times you lose friends. You just have to find new friends, and everybody's not meant to be your friend forever. And you have to remember that, because people grow differently and people value things that you don't value, and if it's something that's passionate to you, you just have to just become to grips with everybody not meant to be in your life forever. So you have friends that you grow through seasons with, and then you have friends that you just grow a lifetime with. And I call them my growth friends, my childhood friends. Like, these are people that know Victoria. And then we have the bestie, my close friend. These are people that, and their family too. Like, because I have such a large family, mine are family too. These are not just random people that I've came in contact with. My close friends, a lot of those people that watch me grow, those are some of my closest friends. They know so much about me, and they're one call, that's all. So those type friends are the friends that ride or dies. I don't care what I'm going through. I can call one of my close friends and they coming through in the clutch. Like, they are going to be there regardless. They're consistent, they're trustworthy, they're safe, they're rooted in the cause. Those are my close friends. So take a moment to reflect on all the people in your life and tell me what category you put them in. Okay. So now that you've had that moment to reflect on the different people in your life, and you've attempted to try to categorize those people, think about where you fit into others' lives. Because true friendship is often defined on both parts. You know, if you have a handful of people and you've placed them in categories, you want to make sure that whatever category you place them in, you're in that category of their lives. It is so often that there are one-sided friendships where you will be the person that go above and beyond for someone that won't answer your call on the third ring. When my close friends and siblings call me, I'm answering if I'm busy, right? Like, I'm like, hold on. Whatever I'm doing, I'm stopping. You good? Listen, I'm busy. I can't, but you good. Tell me, do I need to stop? Do I need to get unbusy? What's going on? Oh, I'm just calling to talk. Oh, okay. Well, I'll call you whenever I'm available, but I'm going to stop. Like, I'm going to stop my life. For my close friends, and even, I'm not even going to say just my close friends. Like, I got, like, my coworkers, it depends. Even church, like, it depends how often we interact. That will pretty much gauge how quickly I respond. Like, if we talk on a regular basis and you randomly call me, I got you. A text I can respond to anytime, right? Because if I see it, I can just respond. It don't require my time. It don't require me to stop what I'm doing and make you important. My close friends are important to me. I stop what I'm doing, and whatever they have going on in their life, it's now important to me what we got. What can I help you with? I'm listening. What you need? What you don't need? Like, whatever it is. And so you have to make sure that when you are putting people in categories, that you're the same for those people. Because my close friends, we're the same. I do not have to chase them down like wild animals for me to talk to them. I start my day off with my friends. I end my day with my friends. My close friends, I'm most likely talking to them throughout the day. Just kind of like my relationship. Like, it's a all day type situation. If we are so busy and we go, let's say, a day without talking, because life sometimes, one of us is going to call the next day and say, hey, what's up? You good? That's what close friends are. Like, those are my, like I said, my ride or dies. I can trust them to do right by me and mine. I can trust them with my money, my man, my child, my mama. I can trust them with anything of importance to me. So, you have to be careful with who you put in your close friend circle, because, I mean, you got some situational friends and some fun friends that, yeah, they may not be that loyal to you, right? I mean, I just wouldn't give my money to anyone, but my close friends, here's my card, here's my opinion, without thought. They're not going to touch it. They're not going to take from me. And, well, how do you know that? Well, life will teach you, right? You've been through so much with them. You know that they wouldn't do that. And if they do, they're no longer your close friends. I don't value a lot in this world other than my people, especially my child, my family. Like, I could probably get over a lot of things. I could probably get over someone taking all my money. I'll make more money. got a daddy. I got a man. I got brothers. You know, I got people that I could call on, right? You know, let's start from the top. Like, right? Like, I got people that I can always call. I got my sisters. They'll be my last resort, though. I'm not taking their money. I'm calling all the beans. I'm not calling my sisters. I'm not. No. But so I don't value a lot. So you got to find those close friends that value what you value. And once you're to that place, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just thinking about, like, my close friends, I can't think of any that would do me wrong that I have in my life today. I don't. And in the same token, all of them can trust me with everything that I've said that I can trust them with. I'm just not going to do you wrong. And it's not because of you. It's because of me. I'm a good human being. I'm just not, certain things I'm not going to ever do to anyone. So my character is before the actual bond that we've built over the years. It's just that I have good character. I don't want to hurt people. And especially, like, betray people that are close to me, right? It's enough people that I do not have the best relationship with in this world that I don't mind saying what I need to say, even though I try not to. Sometimes it slip out. I am a Sagittarius. So sometimes it just rolls off my tongue and I'm like, oh, Lord, I probably shouldn't have said that. But for the most part, you know, I stay away from that type of energy. However, you know, we can only do so much. And so, but I don't have to worry about any of those things, any of those factors when it comes down to my close friends. I have to worry about telling them, don't worry about it. I got it. Calm down. I got it. If I need it, I'ma ask. Like, I don't suffer in silence. Okay? I'm not a person that's going to ever suffer in silence. I may not make a big deal about things, but when it's a big deal, it's a big deal. All right, so you're not going to have to guess with me. I'm going to always make it known, and that's the relationship I have with my close friends. Like, and they help me. I see people on social media always talking about, I don't want friends, and, I don't need nobody but Jesus. And he did say he'll be a friend. Now, that's one of the things he did say, and I respect it. But he also said a friend stick is closer than a brother. So it's important to have friends. He also said befriend the members of the land. So he didn't tell nobody to walk around here and don't have friends. If you don't have friends, it's highly likely that you need to take inventory of yourself and follow his word again where it says, in order to have friends, you have to show yourself friendly. Now, I'm not quoting exactly, but if you know, right? So you have to be a friend to get friends. And so when you see people always talk about, I don't got nobody, it's because you screwed up. Yep. You got a lot of flawed things and you don't want to change, or you've never been at the crossroad to change. You've never ran into a situation where life forced you to change. Because I don't think people genuinely change just because they wake up and they read a scripture, or I don't think they change unless something happens. Change is a result of something happening in their lives. Now, that's when I believe people change. And that's why I believe people shouldn't get away with everything. There should be consequences. Right? When you have boundaries and people cross your boundaries, there should be consequences. Because people won't change if you just, okay, you probably was having a bad day. I have the same days you have. Okay? We got different thresholds, but we all have to take that inventory. We all have to be accountable for who we are and how we actually present to this world. Right? Just because you're having a bad day, you cannot, just walk around here having a bad day and ruining other people's lives. Some people think that that's okay and they can do that. Then they run into people like me that will never utter a word to them. I'm not giving anyone that type of, I won't feed it. That recognition. You won't get that. You will not have the peace that you think you're going to take from me and being evil. Absolutely not. You're going to be kind to me or we won't interact. And you know, like Lauryn Hill said, respect is the minimum. It's the minimum. In the same breath, I'm very respectful myself. I'm cordial. I only go south if you go south. I like to stay happy. Like, I like to be peaceful, you know? So, it's always up to you, but I won't validate anyone's, like, when you're not a good person, I won't validate you with me just being like, okay, well, I understand. I don't understand at all. Nope. Don't understand hurting people. Don't understand being rude. Don't understand out here being malicious and hurt and just doing evil, unnecessary things. Like that type of person I will never understand, and that type of person wouldn't be in my space long. If I have to interact with you, it's going to be short and sweet, and that's only because I'm mature enough to know I don't have to deal with things longevity. My daddy is, I mean, he gave me some wisdom years ago when I used to call and complain about to me, it was important. After talking to him, the simplest things, things that didn't value a lot, right? Like, that weren't going to matter in an hour, right? For me, having those emotional breakdowns, and I used to call my daddy, and my dad said, Victoria, you don't have to deal with it for an hour. That's the most you got to deal with it. Hush your mouth, swallow your pride, and just do it. And, you know, like, you know, some people can speak into your life, right, and you'll listen. And he's one of those people that could, right? And I will listen, and I'll just be like, you know what? I only have to do this for a little while. And then I also, like, I remember years ago where when I used to get mad, I used to just pop off. And my dude was like, I hear how you talk to those people at your job. And he was like, you don't ever get upset like that. Don't talk to me like that. And I was like, you're right. I have decency when I speak to others. Now, you mind, this is growing, right? These are years of growth. And that's why I don't excuse it, because, again, I got into therapy. I listen to the people around me that I'm impactful to, and I make a change. So I'm not going to excuse or validate poor behavior, ever. Not going to do it. And we all just have to come to that crossroad, and we have to be accountable with the things that impact others. Like, we want love, we want respect, we got to give it, right? You have to give that love and respect, and I promise you, whatever you put into this world, you reap what you sow. You'll have a great harvest if you're putting these good things out. So, as you're thinking about your friends, I'm always gonna come home, right? Think about yourself. Like, don't just look at others. Oh, this person don't do this, that person don't do that. I mean, sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Mirror. Take that mirror and look at yourself. Am I the person that I want them to be? Are they in the category that I need them to be in, and I match that same expectation? That's what you have to think about. And that's how you build those true friendships. My closest friends and I have had knockout dragouts. We don't always agree. I don't agree with a lot of people, because I don't do what a lot of people do, and I'm like, I don't understand why you're doing that, but whatever. You know, that's my mentality, because I don't judge. Like, I'm not out here trying to point out things that you do different than me. I'm just not going to do it. So when you have a close friend, or even friends in general, again, it's not fair to project your feelings, your emotions, your actions on other people. That's not fair. People do what they want to do. When they show you who they are, believe them. And after believing them, just place those good people in categories and move forward in life. Really that simple. But before you start dropping people to, oh, they're not my close friend, he's just situational friends. Only when I need some or they need something, they calling me. So, because you're going to create those situations in your head. Before you start doing that, Make sure you're that person. Make sure you're a good friend. Because it's all about how we respond to this world. Sis, I want you to be happy. In order for you to be happy, you got to have good integrity too. I was looking at Instagram early this morning before I got up. And I shared it to my story today. And I don't remember exactly what was said, but this is pretty much what was said. The guy was saying, if you have integrity, you're running into less stress. Ooh. I was like, you know what? If you have integrity, nobody else. Now, this is just solely on if I, Victoria, have integrity, I'll have less stress. And that's why I'm so peaceful, because I don't have to worry about nothing, because I'm not out here doing crazy stuff. Life is good for me. And life could be good for you too if you take inventory of self, right? And so take some of this and apply it. Bite off what you can chew. Change don't come overnight, but change come with steps. You have to make the appropriate steps to change. Again, I don't believe people actually change just because they hear something. I don't believe that. I don't. I believe that something has to happen. And that could be you finding Christ and getting the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit, however you want to categorize it. That's a change. A baptism. That's a change. And I still have my how do I want to say it? I'm just not going to say it today. Okay, we'll talk about that's going to spiral into something else. I will say though, change comes with work. And that's whether something happened or it didn't happen. You can change you can change your habits by doing something every day, and eventually your habits will change. But with people in general, if you want to change, you're gonna have to. It's some work. Now, I don't have the answers to everything. I don't have the answers to a lot of things. I'm just speaking from my own opinion. I don't know if it's valid or not, but I do want you to take some of this information and, like I said, bite off what you can chew and start applying it to your life. Now, the part that I know you can benefit most from, even if you do not, even if you're not the best friend, or you can't properly categorize people, I think you can benefit most from this is thinking about yourself and how your friends impact you. And do you do what they do for you? If you start there, I can tell you just that small step right there with saying, okay, Victoria is my close friend. Now let's think about how I actually define a close friend. I called Victoria. She called me back 2 days later. When Victoria called me, I answered the phone immediately. You could benefit from assessing how people respond to you and how you respond to them. That's going to be the easiest part of categorizing your friends. Also, paying attention to who's actually a girl's girl and who's a secret hater. Because there's a lot of girls that disguise, since you know what a girl's girl truly is, themselves as girls and they secret haters. They are preying on your downfall. They are trying to figure out any way to get in and hurt you. Those are the best friends that sleep with your man. Yeah, those are those girls, right? Your cousins that always got the attention of all the men, and it's just that they don't do anything to get that attention. They just woke up and, oh my God, these men want me. Those are the girls you need to be paying attention to. You need to see who's some secret haters that you probably want to push over to just, I only see y'all at family reunions, or I only see you at Walmart when I see you. You need to push those people to those categories. They fit right in. Think about the girls that treat girls meanly just cause. Think about the girls that don't like nobody and nobody haven't done anything to them. Ugh. Girl, these people don't even know you. Those type friends. And it don't mean that you cut them off. They just might be a fun friend. That definitely wouldn't be a close friend. Now, if you got issues every day and don't nobody like you, how close I am to you, I'll be out here getting all knocked around and beat up with you because I'm going to ride with you. And I don't want that because I'm getting older. Security, police. Like, I'm getting to that stage. I'm not about to get mud in my locks. You know how long it's going to take for me to watch. See, you see how I'm thinking about responsibility? You know how long it's going to take for me to wash my hair if I get mud in it? Oh, no. I'm to a different place where I just don't want to do it. You changing my routine. You know how long it take me for my facial at night and in the morning? And now I got to wash my locks. I got to soak them. Oh, So, you start looking at characteristics of the girl, place them in their category, and do a reflection on yourself. Like, do they benefit? Because it's all about you becoming a better person. It's not so much as, we cannot save the world. We can save ourselves. And if we become better people in this world, it'll save somebody. Right? But you got to start with yourself. You can't try to figure out these, problems on everybody else. You got to see what's making me happy, because we got one life to live and you deserve to smile every single day. You deserve it. And whether you believe it or not, it's possible. Everybody's not having bad days. Everybody's not in hardship all the time. All friends don't fall out every week. People actually go out with their friends, have a good time, check on them to make sure they make it home, laugh about the things that they did that night, and then their day goes on. It's the next day. It's not a knockout, drag out every single time y'all together. Or it's not always an argument every single time you together. You can respect to disagree and agree, but a lot of times people just don't want to accept stuff. And it's like, that might not be the person that mesh well with you. That's even with relationships. Like we talked about romantic relationships in the last series. Everybody's just not meant for everybody. It don't mean you're a bad person. You're just not meant. Y'all should be getting along. Y'all should be happy to see your person walk through that door. You should smile when that phone ring and their picture pop up. If you even got a picture in the phone of them. Like with my friends, I have excitement. Speaking of that, it's getting late and I still haven't spoke with some of my friends today. So some of my close friends, I'm gonna be sending out some wellness check messages. Hey. But use this time, this space, to really think about what it is to have friends, what it is to be a friend, and try to figure out how you can strengthen those relationships, because your friends pour into you whether you believe it or not. They're influential. They help you dress, okay? They give you words of wisdom or negativity that can ruin your day. They see things that you don't see. They're like the eyes in the back of your head. Like, you thought about this, boo? Oh, wait a minute. Consider this. So when you think about your friends, them your lifelines. Like, I need my friends. I can tell you I need them. They help me through every chapter of my life. Just by seeing me. Especially my close friends and my childhood friends. They see me. They see me in ways this world don't see me. They see me in ways where I do nothing for them. And they still see me. So you need friends. So the people that you hear saying, oh my God, I don't like friends and I get so tired of friends. Then you want to help them identify. Maybe if we change what we're doing and we have integrity amongst ourselves, then you will see that maybe you'll have better people that come into your lives. And that's no shade on nobody, because I'm just saying, you know, if you want friends, if you okay with not talking to nobody and not having friends, I'm not pushing that on you. I'm just telling you how important they are to me. So I'm gonna start winding down about what I think, because I've chatted a lot about this. Friends is near and dear. Like, those are my life links. I'm telling you. I don't know how y'all function without them. That's probably why some of y'all outfits don't be together. I mean, if you had some friends like mine, that's going to tell you to go take that mess off. They're not even going to sugarcoat it. If you don't go take that mess off, and I'm be like, what? I done spent my good coins on it. Take that mess off. But I still have a treat for you all. I didn't say it earlier, because I started on this series before I got confirmation from all the people that will like to participate. I have my sweet girl. My sweet girl is going to give her definition of true friends and girls, and kind of, you know, basically like it was in the previous episode, give their thoughts, so you don't just hear mine, right? Because it's a sis, I got you, right? And it's not a dictatorship. I want to learn just like I want to share knowledge, because we are sisterhood. We are in this together. And so, sis, I want you to now tune in to my special guest as they give you information on what they think friendships are. So, stay tuned. They're up next.
Hey sis.
Hi, I'm Jazz.
Hi, I'm Leah.
And today we're going to be tackling what is a friendship, expectations in a friendship, boundaries and characterization in friendship, and what is a girl's girl. And so to start off, what is a friend? I feel like a friend is just someone that is there for you, that uplifts you, does not compete with you, is not putting you in bad positions. You know, just a girl, like a sister. That's what I feel like a friend is. And Leah, what are your expectations in friendship?
Basically it's just like being real, being honest, and not necessarily treating your friend as if they're like your partner or somebody, like just somebody who's real and not expecting the unexpected from a friend.
Yes. Okay. And so now we're going to go into boundaries. Boundaries in a friendship, I feel like, depends on the person. Like, you know your friend. You know what not to say, what ticks off your friend. And if you don't know, it comes with time. You know, just everything comes with time, with building with the person, regardless of if it's your friend or not. And so I would just say, you know how your friend is. And that doesn't mean lie to your friend and not be truthful with your friend when they're going through something and they're in the wrong or they're doing harm to themselves or other people. It's just to say, I know I can't disrespect you. Like, for example, I know my friend don't like, you know, people bugging her while she's cleaning. Why would I go in the kitchen and throw cereal on the floor? Like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, respect what a person likes, what they don't like. So, Leah, how do you feel about characterization?
I feel like with certain friends, you got some that are forever friends, and you got some that's just seasonal friends. And to determine that, it just takes time. Like, some of your friends, you can tell certain stuff, and some you can't. And you just got to figure that out over time.
Right. And what's a girl's girl? Leah, what do you feel like a girl's girl is?
I feel like a girl's girl is someone who is supportive, real, and someone who doesn't compare themselves to other girls or their lifestyle to other girls. Basically just someone who supports girls out loud and in private.
Right. And to add on to that, I feel like a girl's girl is just a woman that supports women's rights. I feel like we support women's choice, period. But not if it's doing harm to themselves or others. So I feel like that's where you draw the line. But a girl's girl is not someone that supports, you know, women cheating on men or women beating on men and women putting themselves in harmful situations. So that's an example of what I was saying, where you just draw the line. But I feel like a girl's girl is just someone that is supportive of women's rights, period. You know, the giving women a choice. Like, if a woman wants to stay at home and have 10 kids and she's able to support that, and she's able, and her husband are willing and they're happy, I don't want women to down that woman for not choosing to be powerful or have a degree or, you know, things like that. It's just, we're just going to support women's choice, period. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, if you want to go work and be independent, you want to go be a blue-collar woman or a pink-collar, they say, if you want to do that, you do that. No one's downing you. It's just being a supportive woman. But, of course, like I said, you know, that's just where you draw the line. So, that's the end of our video. Bye.
Friendship to me is based on, just like having a relationship with your spouse, friendship is based on trust, love, and communication. If you don't love that person, then it's not your friend. If you cannot trust that person, then that's not your friend. If you cannot communicate with that person, then that's not your friend. If you got all three, that is a good, loving, healthy friendship and trust. That's the number one key. Your dark, deepest secrets, can they hold it, or will they tell someone else? So my thing is love, trust, and communication. What brings a friendship is almost like a marriage. Thank you.
Alright, sis, we've talked about how friendships can lift us up, weigh us down, or just take up space. And not everyone deserves your friendship, and that's okay. Protect your peace, set your boundaries, and choose your friends wisely. Surround yourself with your girls, the ones who celebrate your wins, have your back in hard times, and show up just because they care about you. Friendships are meant to feel good and not drain you, so keep your eyes open, your heart kind, and your ship guarded. And remember, your girls make your ride better, or they're supposed to make your ride better. Your journey lighter, and the memories unforgettable. If this episode has resonated with you, share it with a friend, your mom, your grandmama, share it with everybody, and drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep this conversation going. And always remember, sis, I got you.